true masculine imperative is to find a battle worth fighting for.
I'm telling the truth. I'm saying things to a 17-year-old boy and he's going, he makes sense.
If you don't know who Andrew Tate is, there's a very good chance a young man or boy in your life does.
A guy will come to me and go, how do I get a girl? I'm like, bro, you're a loser. Yeah, but I know, but how do I get a girl? Well, you're a f***ing loser.
All my friends in social group know who he is. Everyone I work with know who he is. Everyone pretty much would know who he is.
Is he pretty popular?
Yeah, definitely.
The British-American former kickboxer has accumulated millions of followers on social media, preaching a message of ultra-masculinity, that men must take charge to truly live.
There are men out there who are afraid to tell their own woman, leave me alone, I'm busy.
Tate and his brother now face legal challenges on two fronts. In Romania, they're charged with human trafficking and planning to sexually exploit women. And last month, the court approved their eventual extradition to the UK to face charges of sexual aggression. Tate and his money-making subscription channels have been pulled off YouTube and other platforms, with TikTok citing his hateful ideology.
Go down together.
One of them was speaking about how much they love Andrew Tate.
His influence had a profound impact for former teacher Grace. She ended her 5-year career in 2023.
Most of what was happening in my experience was of a sexual nature. Students making moaning noises in my classes, asking me inappropriate questions, asking personal questions about my age or my appearance, and then obviously asking me about Andrew Tate repeatedly throughout lessons.
Grace says she was told to use teaching techniques to handle the problem, but the behavior didn't stop. She left the school.
Take it.
Grace is not alone. Researchers from Monash University interviewed women teachers about the impact of Andrew Tate in Australian classrooms. The sample size was limited, 30 teachers, but the experiences were strikingly similar.
We're talking teachers from rural towns in, regional Australia to metropolitan schools, elite private schools in Melbourne, for example. What they were telling us is that Andrew Tate was showing up in their classroom in a range of ways, which was indicating to us that this figure was having a significant influence on how boys were, thinking about the way that they have relationships with women and girls.
Andrew Tate has nearly 9 million followers on X, formerly Twitter. He was the 4th most searched topic in Google Australia's news category last year. In the past, he famously said, "I am absolutely sexist and I'm absolutely a misogynist."
The woman must learn that her man is an iron mountain and the easiest path is to obey. Any other kind of resistance simply doesn't work.
The women in our study are telling us that that is showing up in the way that their students are treating them. That is coming directly from the teachings of Andrew Tate online.
So let's kick in.
Groups like Tomorrow Man work with young men to develop a healthier version of masculinity.
It's a pretty confusing time, more than ever now, to be a bloke. Young men in Australia and older men in Australia are confused about what it means to be a man. What should I be? Should I be that old school stereotype? When should I be that? Or should I be this new age guy that's able to express his emotions and talk about his emotions?
And it's in that search for what it means to be a man, Harkin believes, that Andrew Tate finds his audience.
In that complexity where people are confused, there's ambiguity, the role of man in society is changing. You've got ripe pickings for someone like Tate to come in and say, here's my lightning rod, come to me, I've got the answers.
You see two sort of different sets of girls in a classroom now, the really, really quiet ones who are too afraid to say anything, and the girls who are mimicking and probably not even aware of it, but they're following suit with those boys and they're being just as volatile and hostile and backing those boys up in those spaces because it means they're not a target.
So did all of this contribute to your decision to step away from teaching?
Yeah, I think definitely. It was like being in an emotionally abusive relationship towards the end. I was in an emotionally abusive relationship with my job. I would walk into a classroom that I had dreaded going in and I would smile and everybody gets a fresh start and I would try and talk to these students and I would try and engage with them, but they already had my number.
Metcalf believes it's a problem schools don't take seriously enough, and if it doesn't get solved, more women teachers will follow her and quit.
It's a female-dominated industry and we're not looking after women. Why would they stay?